Hey y'all, so the judge has spoken. As of today, the judge finally said something about all of that excessive filing and motions that was filed. I believe that was last week. And like I said in my last video, the filings and the stories was starting to become redundant. It was to the point where I decided to fall back on even making videos on some of the stuff that was coming out because Jay Z lawyer was just constantly filing court documents, and every 5 minutes I found myself updating you guys with more information about what was going on with this case. And it just seemed like that they was just excessively filing court documents trying to find a way out of the mess that they are in, allegedly. Everything in this video is alleged. Well, the judge, I guess, is tired of their BS and had some things that she had to say about all these court filings and playing with the courts. Remember I told y'all in about 4 or 5 videos ago, at this point they playing with the courts and they disrespecting the court. And if I was the judge, I said in that video that if I was the judge, honey, even the lawyers would be going to the back for 30 days at this point because y'all just playing in the court face, and this is not the time to be playing them games. So what I'm going to do is read the good parts of this document from the judge. Basically, the first few pages is the judge going over everything that we already know happened with the Jane Doe in this case against Diddy and Jay Z. And so what I'm going to do is scroll slowly so that if you guys want to pause and read all through this, you can. I'm going to skip this part and get to what the judge had to say about Jay Z and his lawyer. But this part is basically her deciding to let this case proceed, even though Jay Z's lawyer has been did request for them to speed up the process and also for it to be thrown out. So you guys can read through this. It's a whole lot of section this, section that, all this and that. You guys can read through it. I already did. So I just want to get to the juicy part because I don't want this video to be too long, and it would be just that if I go through everything that's in this document. So feel free to pause and read through this entire document if you guys want to. Hopefully you can see it. I hope so. And let me get to the good part. So I think it is right here. Yeah. So the judge said, since Carter's attorney first appeared in this case 17 days ago, he has submitted a litany of letters and motions attempting to impugn the character of plaintiff's lawyer, which is Busby, many of them expounding on the purported urgency of this case. Okay, I'm going to skip over the parts that say section this, number that, y'all. So just bear with me. Describing plaintiff's counsel as self-promoting and accusing him of extortion. Requesting to be heard on an expedited basis and accusing plaintiff's counsel of exploiting the legal process to generate media attention. Asserting that plaintiff counsel seeks only to benefit himself. Requesting the shortening of a deadline from 21 days to 1 day. Describing plaintiff's counsel as willing to blatantly violate the court ethical obligations of all attorneys and requesting a hearing on a motion to follow the following day. Carter's lawyers relentlessly filing a combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast track the judicial process merely because counsel demands it. Yeah, because he kept filing all type of paperwork, wrote a letter to the judge, and just all type of stuff. It was like they were like working in panic almost, the filings that he was doing. And it was just obvious that it was, becoming excessive. And it's like, what are you doing? And how are you demanding something? Moreover, let me keep going. Moreover, although Carter's attorney assails plaintiff's lawyer as having a chronic inability to follow the rules, Carter's counsel has failed to abide by this court's clear rules. Under the court's individual practices in civil cases, and with limited exceptions, pre-motion letter is required prior to the filing of any motion. Although Carter's attorney stated that he intended to file immediately a motion to strike the first amended complaint under Rule 12, he did not give plaintiff the requisite 5 days to respond. Wait for the court to set a motion schedule or state whether any exception to the court individual practices applied. This is unacceptable. Counsel is hereby advised that any further motions filed in violation of the court's individual practices may be denied on that ground alone. So basically, the judge is tired of they BS. I was trying to skip over it and read through it and skip through all these letters, number this and number that, y'all. So that's what's going on there. But yeah, the judge is tired of their BS because they kept filing stuff, wasn't even waiting for a response from the plaintiff before they filed another document. I was just looking at the court filings, and I believe on just one day alone, the attorney for Jay Z filed 3 different documents. So that is crazy. Like what do y'all got going on? That's why I stopped. That's why I had to do a cool down period, because it's like, hold on, let me wait till some real action happen, because this is just crazy. And it's like, at this point, content creators is just reporting over and over and over and over. It's like, it's getting boring to keep. For me, you could just tell it was something going on. Something was fishy. And it was just like reporting random crazy stuff at that point. I needed to wait and see what the judge had to say, or a court date come or something, because it was just getting crazy. Okay, let me finish this off. It says, lastly, although Carter's attorney is entitled to file a Rule 11 motion without first seeking leave of court, it didn't say see individual. Okay, the court discourages this approach. If he still intends to serve plaintiff with a motion for sanctions, the court denies his request to shorten the safe harbor provision contained within Rule 11 from 21 days to 1 day. So I don't even know how he thought he was going to do that. He was trying to shorten it and fast track something, and according to the judge, she advised against them even attempting to try to do that. Okay? Carter's motion to strike the amended complaint under Rule 12 is denied. By January 10th, 2025, plaintiff shall file her response to Carter's motion for an order directing the preservation of evidence. By January 17th, 2025, Carter shall file his reply, if any. The clerk of court is respectfully directed to terminate the motions of ECF, and that's electronic filings, numbers 32, 37, 40 to 41, and 46. That's how many filings they did, and I believe that was all in a 5-day period, y'all. And the judge told them to told the court clerk to terminate all those motions. So basically, she is now. If you guys go back up and read the parts that I skipped over, I just wanted to get to the juicy part where the judge was like, nope, because that's basically what she just said. So if you go back up to the other parts that I skipped over, basically she is allowing this case to proceed. There were several things that was talked about that she mentioned in the first 3 pages that I skipped over, and you guys, like I said, can read through it. But she is not playing. She talked about how Jay Z lawyer was basically trying to call Busby out due to that NBC interview that we all know about that Jane Doe did, and that basically he was trying to say that Busby is a liar and he had no grounds to stand on based on that interview alone, which she's not going for that, because the courts work off facts. The court works off facts, y'all. So for that to be your defense, an interview that's done on NBC, the court don't care about that. The court still has to allow this Jane Doe to come in and present, and her lawyer to present the facts to the courts. And like I've been saying, I believe that Busby has a wild card. I really do. because there's no way that this lawyer this lawyer that has won billions of dollars in litigation will take on a weak client that have allegations against one of the biggest people in entertainment. Okay? So he's not a fool. He has to have some wild cards. Of course, he's not going to show his whole hand. And as I know, it's going to be people in the comments, because it's already been people like, hey, well, why would you not believe RIP? This has nothing to do with color or race. It's just the name of the game. The courts are going to go off facts, y'all. Whether you, me, or whoever else don't like it. Okay? So if they did it, they did it. Go to jail where you belong. I don't care what color you is. I'm not defending nobody for doing nothing like that if they did it. I don't know if they did or not. I'm just saying if they did, the courts hopefully found out the truth. And if he didn't, I hope that, the victory is his. Either way. It don't matter to me which way it go. Either way it go, the court is going to go off straight facts. And this judge is tired of the BS that they tried to play. They played all week long. I was tired of reporting on it. Because it was like, hold on, I already did 2 videos earlier. Something else came out. Now I got to do another video to tell. It's like, I'm not about to keep on. Once I had to do the video on the accuser that came out against Busby, and you could just tell that people was playing games at this point. Now this lady come out of nowhere trying to say this and that about Busby. And I'm not saying that it's a lie, because I don't know what part of this is allowed. None of us do. And so you have one part of the public that's saying, oh, they lied. They did, they did that. And I don't believe them. Then you have everybody else that's defending them. So it's either way. I don't know. I still haven't really picked a side. I kind of did, but it doesn't even matter what we think. The truth will come out in court no matter which way it go. I will hope that they didn't do these things. I will hope that. I just don't think an attorney that has the status that Busby has would take the risk of bringing forth a victim that don't have a case, especially up against somebody like Jay Z. Could be though. I'm not saying he golden, but everybody saying, well, Busby this, Busby that. Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody hands clean on either side. Honestly, that's what I believe. I believe everybody got a little bit of dirt. What does that mean? I believe everybody have a little bit of dirt. So it is what it is. My point is the courts is going to do what they have to do. And the judge, she is tired of the BS. And, I guess she's seeing them for what they is, playing reindeer games, because that's exactly what was going on all that paperwork y'all filing, and then trying to rush the courts, as if like you have the authority to make the judge hurry up and rule in your favor and throw out a case and all this. Like, no, it don't work like that, baby. They want to hear it. Even if the old girl is not being honest, they have a job to do. And so if there's any chance that, there's a case there, she's going to hear that case out. And it's not just one person on this case, you guys. You have to remember that Diddy is on his case too, and he's already in jail for stuff that they claim they have evidence on. They not just gonna throw this case out like that, because if they throw it out for Jay Z, that mean they gotta throw it out for Diddy too, right? And so I don't think they too quick on doing that, just off that strength. So I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. Because I'm just going off of what I think, but according to this judge, she ain't playing no games with them. The games that they thought they was playing, the Jay Z lawyer should have really been in the office and really getting his game plan together. What he did was he spent too much time filing excessive, unnecessary paperwork instead of getting a game plan. I'm starting to feel like Jay Z need to get rid of him. Straight up. because he was doing the wrong thing. And then you did this whole press conference or interview, whatever it was, when he was on stage talking about this interview and how horrible Busby and this and discrediting the Jane Doe because of that interview, knowing he know better than us that is not gonna hold up in court. He's a lawyer. He knew that. That's why I didn't even know why he was wasting time doing that, trying to convince the public. We're not the one you need to convince. This judge right here, Miss Annalisa Torres, honey, she the one and she not playing. And I would have been on the same thing. Like she said, they disrespected the court, even with the documents that they was filing. They was being malicious, even in the court documents, coming in there with the street language and everything, and just calling Busby out his name all in the documents, but trying to say it in a professional way. But they wasn't professional at all. They disrespected the courts on so many levels. So if I was the judge, I would have did the same thing, probably worse. Probably why I'm not a judge, okay? But anyway, tell me what y'all think in the comments. I'm out. When there's some more information, I will come back, as long as it's not no crazy redundant information. And as far as this document is concerned, there won't be any more, because the judge is not playing. She's already directed the court clerk to get rid of all that stuff that they didn't already put in there, to get rid of it and cancel that stuff. So all them documents and motions he did was basically for nothing. For nothing. So I don't know what's gonna happen now, but I hope they really is staying up late and putting in the work that they need to be putting in, because this ain't it. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. I can't wait to hear y'all point of view on it, because you know everybody have different views. I don't know what's up with the people that type in all caps as if like I'm the judge. I'm not the judge. I'm just telling y'all my opinion, because everything in this video is alleged. So don't come with the all caps saying no, because you don't know. And then I don't know. Read this document and see what I see, and then make your judgment off that. Bye, y'all.